Okay, we'll now do our pre-Villa press conference, which is embargoed until 1:30 p.m. on the 31st of December. If you'd like to raise your hands. James Cooper.
Ollie, how comforting, you talk about the team growing, how comforting is it that they find a way and do it in a way that they're not panicking, there's no desperation, they do it in a controlled, kind of concentrated way that they did tonight, and that's not the first time they've done that?
No, we have to know that so many games are decided towards the end. There's very seldom that you can blow teams away and win at half-time. Then the subs will come on, make a difference. That's happened so many times for us. And the belief is there, and the discipline is there to play in a certain way. We're getting more and more used to the way we want to play, and we know we've got players who can win you a game in 1 second. One incredible pass, a dribble, some skill. So the belief is more and more there that we don't have to press the panic button, yeah.
Villa gave you a tough game at Old Trafford last season. There's an argument to say they're a better side this year than they were last season.
You can argue for that, yeah. They've been brilliant. I have to say, Dean Smith's done a fantastic job. We played them pre-season. They beat us then, the one game we had before the league. And we know all about how tough this is going to be. But they've got the individual players, they're physically strong. Defensively, they've really been one of the better teams in the league. And when you beat Liverpool 7-2, you know, there's not just defending, there's a counter-attack, it's quality players, and that was maybe the game that everyone will remember from this season.
Simon Beach.
Ollie, did you pick up any knocks tonight? I didn't know if Tellez went off with one at half-time, or whether it was just a tactical decision. And secondly, your strength and depth has really come into the fore. You made 6 changes tonight and still able to build a squad of world-class players. You've got a hectic schedule coming up now. Do you think that's going to be key?
No, Alex is fine. That was just a tactical decision that we made, changed a little bit of the setup. We have a strong squad. We've rotated a lot. We've not really found, call it a settled 11, which I don't think this season is going to be about anyway. It's going to be about the squad. It's going to be about the 25, 26 players. And I think towards the end of the season, that'll help us. I think that it has to be done this way. You know, when you leave Scott and Fred out, it's not easy because they deserve to play every game. But Nemanja and Paul played so well against Everton, so we wanted that midfield today. And getting injuries and suspensions will happen. So I think our squad is well capable of being ready for every game.
Simon Stone.
Ollie, I seem to recall that in the game against Villa at Old Trafford last year, Jack Grealish was particularly impressive. What do you make of him, and how important is he to Villa and for you to stop him?
He's a player of Aston Villa and England that have only improved, and I don't want to say too much about other teams' players, but of course he's a player that we know we have to look for. The goal he scored last season was a brilliant goal, and we've faced him enough times to know that it's going to be a difficult game.
Thank you.
Laurie Whitlow.
Hi Ollie. A couple of times tonight it seemed like you wanted Marcus to go on the overlap with Alex Tellez. I don't know if that understanding needs a bit of time to develop. And then on the other flank, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I just wondered if you feel like you could be getting more from him in an offensive sense. I know he's excellent defensively.
Well, I think tonight against Wolverhampton, it was about getting in behind them, down the sides of them, and we didn't do that enough. That's why I was up and agitated a couple of times. It's a tactical way of getting in behind teams, of course, and I think all our players have the possibility and capability of improving, and that's a good thing about this group. It's still a young, developing one.
Okay, last question from Sam first.
Ollie, I seem to remember you many years ago scoring 4 against Everton, and then the next week you were on the bench, surprisingly, against West Ham, but Teddy Sheringham coming in did very well. At this time of year, given the fixture congestion, are you having to pick teams a week in advance or so on?
And sometimes horses for courses. Some players you feel are more suitable for some teams, but of course you do plan ahead. And yeah, I remember that those 4 goals, and I remember also the times that you feel you deserve to play, and you left out. That's part of being at Man United. We have top players everywhere, and we know that throughout the season, if you're going to win something, you have to contribute. If it's like today, Anthony came on, did really well in the half an hour. Luke came on, did really well. So I think that's just the way it's going to be. The players will have to be angry with me until the next time they play, because believe you me, they're not happy when I tell them they're starting on the bench.
Okay, sorry, we've just got one more question from James Looker.
Thanks, Karen. Ollie, you've talked a lot about mentality. Do you really sense that something is changing now in the players? That mentally they are just far stronger individuals? Yeah,
definitely. One, they're 2 years older than when I came. 2, some of them, the really strong personalities that we brought in, they've really been a good influence. And I think we have competition for places, which means you cannot go around and think that you can just fake your way through being part of this team, because you only deserve to be in a team that you contribute in. So I think everyone's just realised we're privileged to be part of Man United, such a fantastic club and such a fantastic history. And when you're here, enjoy it as much as you can, and maybe you'll experience some fantastic times.
Thank you.
And you got winners like Juan Mata and Nemanja Matic, who they don't play every single game, but they're so influential in the group and in the build-up to games, and even during games when they're not playing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.